How I used corporate buzzwords to break my dad's screen time rules. My dad is an old school, back in my day kind of guy, who recently became completely obsessed with our household Wi-Fi limits. He instituted a draconian rule: no phones at the dinner table, and a hard cutoff at exactly 9 p.m. No exceptions, no appeals. If you were caught scrolling, he'd confiscate your device for 48 hours. By week 3, I was done. If he wanted a highly regulated, disciplined environment, I decided to give him exactly that. But, with a twist. I went full corporate America. It started on a Tuesday. When my dad announced dinner was ready, I didn't just walk to the kitchen. I sent a formal Google Calendar invite to the entire family, titled Daily Sustenance Synergy Meeting. When we sat down, instead of saying pass the potatoes, I cleared my throat, looked directly at my dad, and said, "Dad, I'd like to circle back to the mashed potatoes. Let's touch base on that dish, and see if we can optimize my plate's current real estate." My mom froze, mid-chew. My dad just stared at me, completely baffled. The next night, I took it a step further. I showed up to the table wearing a blazer, carrying a legal pad, and wearing blue light glasses. When my sister reached for the last roll, I tapped my pen on the table. "Hold on, Chloe, we need to look at this from a high-level overview. Is that role a priority deliverable for you, or are we just wasting resources?" When my dad finally pulled out his phone at 8:59 to check the weather, I stood up, slammed my legal pad shut, and pointed at him. Whoa. Dad. We are out of scope. That is a massive compliance violation. We need to pivot immediately, or I will be forced to escalate this to human resources, aka, Mom. My dad looked like he was about to blow a fuse. "It's my house," he gritted out. I just smiled, adjusted my glasses, and said, "Sir, I appreciate your feedback, but let's take this offline." 2 days later, he quietly deleted the router schedule. I won.